If you've been watching my channel for a while, you may have noticed a special tea kettle sitting on my stove during some of my videos. Well, that tea kettle is actually the center of a huge scandal. This is the story. In 2013, designer Michael Graves created this teapot, known as the Bells and Whistles teapot. Known because it not only has a whistle that a tea kettle would have, but also an adorable little bell that is supposed to ring when the steam hits it. This was specially designed for JCPenney outlets and was available at JCPenney stores all across the country. However, there is one other feature that was not advertised, and that is that it just so happens to have a striking resemblance to a terrible, terrible character from history. Here's a little Hitler teapot, short and stout. Here is the Hitler haircut handle. There's the Hitler unfashionable mustache, and there is his Nazi salute spout. Yeah. It maybe takes a little bit of imagination. However, a lot of people were talking about this when this was realized back in 2013. I believe that this tea kettle was available at stores for a while before the connection was made that it looks like Adolf Hitler. And that connection was made by a Reddit user. Reddit user Marina Isgo was driving down the highway and saw a billboard advertising this tea kettle. The photo that she took went viral and not only started showing up on places like Facebook and Twitter, but it was actually popping up all over news outlets as well. Celebrities even started tweeting about it, including comedian Patton Oswalt, who said this: "Well, JCPenney, get ready to sell a shitload of these tea kettles to a lot of ironic hipsters." Shut up, Patton. Initially, JCPenney had a pretty good sense of humor about the whole thing and actually responded to some of the Twitter comments. But like all things on the internet, eventually things started to spiral out of control, and some people started accusing JCPenney for doing this intentionally. Right. The actual mayor of Culver City, the place where that billboard was set up, wrote the following in an email to the news organization Mother Jones. "I am disappointed JCPenney actually put the billboard up in the first place, and more outraged that they actually attempted to defend it. As a Jew, I am offended, and as an elected official, I am mad that the city I represent is linked to this." Come on, dude. Well, the outraged internet users won, and pretty soon the billboard advertising that tea kettle was taken down. Also, the tea kettles were removed on the JCPenney website. For a while, though, these were still available on the store shelves. That is, until eBay resellers got to them. These were originally sold for $40, and during this controversy, eBay resellers swooped down on JCPenney stores and bought as many as they could, then listed them on eBay for hundreds of dollars. And during the time of all the news articles and everything, people were buying them. But as with all things, that trend quickly faded, and now you can get them pretty cheap. This one I bought about 5 years after all the controversy, and I got it for $35, meaning that eBay reseller that sold this lost money when they put this up. This is all pretty funny, but it actually was really, really bad for JCPenney. They had recently gone through a whole lot of financial issues, and they hired on a CEO to help save things. He didn't save things, he made things worse, and they ended up firing him. So there was a very high risk of JCPenney having to completely close up, and then this happened. So JCPenney is still around as I make this video, but they took a major hit back in 2013. The Hitler teapot is probably something that they don't want people to remember, so I will clear the record right here in case this opens up that wound for you, JCPenney. I don't think it really looks like Hitler, but it does show a little bit on how people on the internet can blow something up out of proportion and actually hurt a major company that is known all around the world. Okay, so let's give this guy a whirl. Let's see how well the Hitler teapot works at making a cup of tea. Okay, so what's supposed to happen here, besides the the typical whistling that it would do, is it's got that bell there. So the steam is meant to go up like it normally would into the spout. Underneath the bell, there's like a little whistle in there, and then this is very loosely attached. So the steam will go up. Some of it will escape through these little holes here, but some of it will also cause it to jingle. That bell, she ain't ringing. Oh. Shaking a little bit. And it stopped. I guess I shouldn't be too surprised that a tea kettle that looks like an evil dictator doesn't do everything that it's supposed to do. Tea's okay, but that thing did not have a bell to it. It does whistle, but it doesn't ring. When I first got this thing, it did a little bit, but not like a full-on ring. It was just kind of like a little bit in there. And then over time, it just stopped doing that. So I'm not sure what that's about. Something in there's loose or something, so I don't know. It's kind of a shame that this thing has gotten all the negative press, because it does function pretty well. That little Hitler hairdo actually works pretty well as a handle. Gives you something nice to hold on to. That little ball right there, even though it looks like a Hitler mustache, it is kind of cute otherwise, and that bell, it's kind of a nice idea, even though it doesn't work. So that's it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit about this tea kettle that you may or may not have noticed on my stove during some of my videos. If you like this video and like to see more things like it, let me know. I actually collect items where there is a hidden nastiness to it. Either something that the artist that designed it either snuck in, or something that was unintentional, like this one, where people realize, hey, wait a minute, that looks like Hitler, or what have you. I have other stuff like that. So if you like this sort of thing and you want to see more, let me know. If you like anything else that I've done in the past, let me know about that, and I'll be making some more of these in the near future. Otherwise, guys, I will see you next time. Bye-bye. I want to give a special shout out to AltPod and Smarter Every Day. They are mega patrons over on patreon.com. Patreon is how this channel happens. It's how I can afford to do all the things that I do. So if you want to help me out by supporting the channel and getting some bonuses along the way, check out the description. I also have these shirts for sale. Those are in the description as well. See you next time. Bye.